This is the list so far of some of the things we've done in the 3 times we visited Launceston, and today we're going to tick off another one. The 4-hour Batman Bridge luncheon cruise departs 10 a.m. Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays from September 1st through to May 31st on the all-weather vessel Tamar Odyssey. Fares, adults $149, concession $135, that's us. Children $75. And remember, bookings are essential. The local swans have made a nest on the decking, dislodged from the recent heavy rains. Swans do mate for life, and both parents take turn in hatching the eggs. The 70-kilometre long Tamar River is formed by the collision of the North and South Esk rivers. It stretches from the city of Launceston to the Bass Strait. But to call it a river is a bit misleading. It is not a river, it's actually a saline and tidal estuary. That means the entire body of water is salty, and it rises and falls with the tide of the Bass Strait to the north.
Southwest England, we've got Devonport, Exeter, Bridport, Weymouth, Falmouth, Sidmouth, Lulworth, Sheffield, Windermere, Brighton, just to name a few. Now, where we just left from, the Esk rivers behind us, the word Esk, E-S-K, taken from the same river just east of Edinburgh in Scotland. Now,
the captain has just mentioned some of the names of places in Tasmania that are the same as England and Scotland. Names that the early settlers brought with them to make it feel more like home. The Tamar River played an important role in the inland city's history. Launceston's port no longer accepts large ships, but smaller freight ships continue to come down to the town of Bell Bay near Georgetown, which serves now as Launceston's port. The bridge, named after John Batman, founder of Melbourne, built between 1966 and 1968, was the first cable-stayed bridge in Australia and among one of the first such bridges in the world. The main span is 206 metres long, suspended from a 91 metre high steel A-frame tower. The tower sits on a solid dolerite rock base, which carries 78% of the weight of the main span. The deck, constructed of steel, is 10.3 metres wide and 432 metres long. And no, I didn't bring the drone with me. The drone vision is from our visit to Georgetown 12 months ago. The Tamar River is worth exploring for its orchards, wineries and vineyards. The west coast of the river is dotted with some of Australia's best cool climate wineries. Back in Launceston now, and you can see how quickly the weather changes here in Tasmania. This morning when we left, we had a blue sky and the sun was shining. But you've just got to accept that it's all part of the Tassie experience. At the lower end of the Cataract Gorge, the South Esk spills into the Tamar River, flowing under Kings Bridge and Patterson Bridge. Kings Bridge was the only bridge leading north out of the city for nearly 100 years, until the Patterson Bridge was officially opened in November 1973. Kings Bridge was constructed in Manchester, England in 1864 and then transported to Launceston for final assembly. In 1904, a second parallel span was added to widen the bridge. This span was almost identical to the original, but was fabricated locally in Launceston. This part of the river is a well-recognised section of whitewater kayaking, run by the Tamar Canoe Club and sponsored by Hydro Tasmania, who also provide a water release from Trevelyan Dam, which makes the event possible. The event has been run annually since 2011 in late January. Now, in all honesty, I wouldn't have you believe that I can be in two places at the same time. The vision off the boat was from a previous visit to the gorge.